about the farm,
The
farm that they have for rice production. I think.
Yeah. So what's the difference between account for and have accounted for?
Oh,
Do you know? Okay, yeah. You're pretty good. You talk about account for. Let's see the meaning, the definition of account for. So if a particular thing accounts for a part or proportion of something, that part or proportion consists of that thing. So it's just forget about the definition of a sentence here. Computers account for 5% of the country's electricity consumption. So it's like the computer accounts for 5% means that the whole part, the 5% of the electricity was comprises of computer. Okay. Yeah, so computer is part of the whole electricity. Okay. Yeah, part of. So this one, Asian countries account for around 42% of the world's rice production, means that 92% of the world's rice production come from Asian countries, right? So, and I think that because there are two answers here, account for and have accounted for, I think the differences might be account for talks about the fact, right? Just the fact. But have accounted for emphasizes on the time, emphasizes on, like until now, they accounted for 92%, right? And maybe later they will account more or less. We don't know, but until now, right? It emphasizes on the time, right? Got me? So what other questions do we have? We're clear for the first paragraph? Okay, so how about the second paragraph? Quickly go through it. I just wanted to go through it because we don't have a lot of time. Yes, you can talk with the partner if you like. Okay, come back. So you have problems in the second paragraph? You're good? Okay, so you're good? Okay, so move on to the third paragraph. Let's talk about the third paragraph together. Go through it quickly. Do you have any problems here? Okay, please go through the third paragraph and try to find what do you have any problems here? Do you know all the answers to the questions? Do you have any answers? This one is, yeah. Oh, yeah. This sentence structure near B, we want to choose which, we want to decide which one to choose. You should look at the noun, which is the nearest to the verb. So, hey, Ada is in singular form. So this should be this. So, yeah, I know because there are a lot of things following it. So yeah, just focus on the one nearest to the verb. Going maybe through doors, you can sit on your right. Okay.
Because this is the whole paragraph, because there's something that started the passage. That's fine. So it's about
Okay. So in the third paragraph, do you have any problems? Okay, please. 18. Okay, let's see 18. And then there is Taylor from Spain and rice stuffed grape leaves from Greece and rice and beans from Mexico. Blah blah. There are a lot of things up here. So you want to choose R, right? Yeah, I think maybe some of you want to choose R because there are so many food following this verb. But actually, in this sentence structure, in near B, this is a sentence structure. Beer plus B. Okay? Beer plus B. So the B, for B you can choose is or are or was or were. So how can you choose this word? What do you depend on to choose it? It depends on the noun, which is nearest to the verb. Nearest, yeah, just the focus on the only one nearest to the verb. So if this noun is singular, you use is. If this one is plural, you use are. Okay? So no matter how many things are following here, just the focus on the only one here. Okay? 17? Okay. 17, yeah, it's a little tricky. We choose have gained. We can't get the wonderful rice dishes of China and Japan that have gained such popularity the world over. Okay, so the reason that we choose have gained because if you go through this whole paragraph, you can see from the first sentence, who has not heard, and the second one, it has a wonderful, and next one, which people have made with different sweet ingredients, and the dishes of China and Japan that have gained. So, because in the whole paragraph you talk about until now, what happened until now. So it emphasizes on the time, emphasizes on what have been done. Okay. Are gaining? Yeah. Are gaining. We can't get yeah, I think
It's the same thing.
yeah.
It's because if you, in English, a lot of times when you write or read a paragraph, in English there is something that is very important: the verbs, the conjugation, the tense. You always have to follow the same. So in this paragraph, if you're starting to talk about something that started in the past, then in the following sentences, when you mention about tense, it has to follow the same format. That's why. Because in the beginning, if you read it, that's why Melody was mentioned in the first sentence. If you look at number 13, who has not heard of the delicious Italian dish known as risotto? So this is something that is an experience for all human beings, right? So it's talking about something that it started in the past. We don't know exactly when it started in the past in history, but people have heard of risotto. And then this is just a question form. Who has not heard? And then you would say, so basically in the following explanation, well, at least for number 17, we'd say have gained. And we can't forget, because we don't know exactly when it started to gain popularity. It started somewhere in time, but we don't know the exact point. That's why we say, if you say are gaining, it is correct, but it's not so correct in this context because of the other sentences. It's because of all these